Well, I got just under a half inch the other day. So I'm going to go ahead and dump it. Be ready for the next one when it comes. Empty. I got another cat. Looks just like mine. That's my cat. That's the one I saw the other day. Almost like a replica. Except for the back feet. I can't see them right now, but the back feet don't have as much white on it as mine does. That's my cat. That's what I saw the other day by the pond and down in the bottom. Huh. Coming here to eat cat food. You guys get along? You a boy or girl over here? Yeah. She's gonna have, my cat's gonna have kittens probably the end of March. Her belly's getting bigger. I'll just leave you alone. If you go away, you'll go away, but if not, hang around. You're welcome. Didn't run away yet. There it goes. He's got a little white on her legs. That's why I thought it was my cat, but it's got less white. You just hang around, cat. Hang around. It was a little chilly this morning, near 30. It's going to get colder Sunday and Monday. I wonder how that's going to affect it. It's going to get down to like 20. Monday night, maybe? Sunday night or Monday night, I forget. Anyway, I hope that don't hurt the pear blossoms, because they're starting to pop out now. There's that thing I keep saying. I think it's trash, but I want to go down there and look. I'm just taking a walk. It's been bugging me what that is. Probably can't see it in the video, but it's somewhere right about there. Quite a ways back. It's right about there. That's how far I came already. I don't think I've ever been out here. Let's get up to the other hill. The closer I get, the more I'm thinking it's a dead deer. All I can see are bones now. Probably couldn't see it before. Yeah. I think it's a dead deer. That's how far I came. That's what my place looks like from way out here. Looks different far away than it does close up. Okay, not too far now. Then I'll really know what it is. Notice all these purple flowers are starting to bloom. Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them through here. They're not really opened up yet. Frost might kill them. Had a little frost this morning. Going to be even colder Sunday night, Monday night. Yeah, I was right. It's a deer. Looks like a doe. There's no antlers. Yeah, at least I know what it is. That's what I suspected it was, because I thought I saw some birds here a while back. Some vultures out here. There's my place. Off in the distance. If it would have been a buck, I would have gathered the antlers. There's the skull, or the top part. I don't see the jaw. Something probably carried it away. Okay, I guess I'll walk back, get something started today. Almost there. It's a long walk. I like how the sun shining off the water. It's close now. There's a vulture flying around. Okay, I'm back. Let's see what I can work on today. Good to be home. My curiosity has been satisfied about what that is out there. Now I don't have to wonder anymore. Those two are left. Yeah, it's Thursday. I'm going to feed hay tomorrow. I guess I'll put the next bale over there. It's going to be drier tomorrow. I'm going to use the tractor, so I think I'll be okay. I only got a half-inch rain, or less than a half-inch the other day. The rest of them were out eating grass, as they should be. Yeah, I don't know how that cold, 20 degrees for a couple nights. Yeah, and it's not going to warm up much in the daytime. That's going to be a stress on the pear trees too, because you really can't tell, but I can see little tufts of green on that pear tree, and that's where the blossoms are, on the very ends of the branches. Yeah, you can see where the pond was overflowing there. Goes down to the white spot. Well, anyway, today I decided I'm going to move this hog panels. I need them when I do the concrete work on the bridge sometime when it's warmer, April, May. I'm going to try to have at least enough concrete down so I can run my truck and tractor and any rock truck that I need if I want to buy some rock for the pasture road. So I'm going to take this hog panels. There's 2 hog panels there, 16 foot each. Take them off. I'm also going to move the fence. Yeah. I ought to move that. I need to find a new burning pile for my stuff. I thought about over there somewhere. On the other side of the apple tree. On the other side of the garden. Out of my way. I'll have to walk farther to burn trash, but I guess that's okay. I don't know where else to put it. I want somewhere out of sight, and that's sort of out of sight there. Yeah. Oh no, I can't put it there. Cattle. Well, the cattle come here too, so. What I'll use some T-posts. I'll anchor it. At least 2, if not 4. Anyway, I'll worry about that later. Right now, I'm going to take all the, untie all the wires off of the T-posts on the hog panels, and then I'm going to pull out each post if I can. That one there by the tree, I don't know if I can pull that out. Another one over there by a tree, but I'll pull them out if I can. And then I want to go from this post here, yeah, this post here, and go straight. Where's the post? Here. From here, there. Line it up. I might even go, yeah, I might even go off of this post. There. The corner post. And then I'll need to get a couple extra posts. I got a few extra posts somewhere. I just gotta find them. Or I could spread these out. These don't need to be this close. Yeah, I'll put at least one more in there, or two, one or two there. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, because I'm gonna move this thing anyway. Yeah. Okay, let's see how that's gonna work. Let's get started. Yeah, let's start taking that hog panels off the T-post. Well, it looks like I used coated copper wire, insulated copper wire. I don't know, it must be all I had back then. That stuff's expensive. I don't know why you didn't use the regular electric fence wire, but that's what I got. So I can take them off. Looks like I got a hog panel there. And a hog panel here. One piece, two pieces. And then I got a little piece here to fill it in the middle, the gap. And there's one piece untied. Let's untie the rest. That's the middle. I'm going to leave that tied up, otherwise it'll fall down. Until I get them all. Until I get these two. I got those untied. Now I'll untie these two. I'll untie these two. Untie those two. And then I'll leave that one tied up to hold so it don't fall down until I'm ready to drag them out. And I got all the it's untied, hog panel's untied except for that one behind that post there, or the tree. Yeah, I'm gonna let it drop. Then I'll probably drag it through that hole there, drag it up through here. Actually, I got both of them untied, except for the center there and the center there on top. I'm gonna untie them and let them drop. Okay, they're untied and they fell down that way, so I gotta go drag them through here. Well, actually, I could drag them through here, be easier. I'll pull them back here. Yeah, I'll get them. Yeah, they're on the ground. There's some old sideboards from an old grain wagon that are rotted over the years. I'll have to pick them up. Oh, I'll wait until because there might be some nails in them. I'll pick up what I can and I don't know who that was. Do you know who that was, Cat? No, me either. Looks like some kind of service van for some company. Anyway, after I pull them out, the two hog panels there and there, I'll drag them up through here. Yeah, just get them out of the way. I'll be putting them on the truck, taking them down to the pasture bridge. But I won't be using them for a while. I'll just leave them there. So they're there when I do need them. I said I'll have to pick up them, what boards are left there. But first I'm going to pull up all the T-posts and move the T-post in. I think I'll put at least one or two here. Yeah, move that one. I'll leave that one on. I'll make it straight from there to where the end of the curve is. Yeah, I'll be moving that too sometime. Maybe not today though, because I got to burn that stuff in there before I move it. There's a pile of ashes in there, so I don't know what to do with that. Just leave it. Just leave it, I guess. Anyway, let's start dragging those things. There's that young bull. Yeah, he'll be 2 years old at the End of March, the buzzard. End of March. I don't know why I was saying he was a year old. I think I was confusing him with his little sister that was here earlier. I guess that cow's not in heat anymore. Yeah, I think that's what I should do though with this one. He's going to go to the butcher because he can't do the breeding job. He tries, but he just can't get the job done. I think I should lock him up in the barn, but first I got to get a bale for him so he has plenty to eat while he's in there. He'll be crying a lot, but that's okay. As long as he has a chance to do some breeding. Let's not forget about this. I'll move this sort of out of the way, and look what I found underneath. A bunch of black ants. I'm not sure why, but it looks like the board this was sitting on a board, and I must have cut off the top wire. So this is supposed to be the bottom for hogs, so they can't get through. I cut off the top wire, and then I must have drilled a hole through the board that it was sitting on. But originally the boards that was sitting on underneath was the sideboards from an old grain wagon, and I must have drilled a hole so all those things would go down into the board so the cows wouldn't push it in, looking for the hay, because they had to reach through these bigger holes on the bottom. I used the bottom as the feeding area because the holes are bigger. They get smaller as they go up, and that worked until I stopped feeding square bales. Switched over to round. Yeah, it worked for many years. Anyway, I got it out. Well, that cutting that top wire off won't hurt nothing. I'm just going to use it for concrete. If I want to, I could cut off each one though. Yeah, if I wanted to. Yeah. That's a lot of extra work though. But yeah, because that's enough space for a path for a tire for my bridge, because I want to make two things of concrete on the west side of my bridge where it's a little lower. I want to make it like a ramp on the edge there, or end, I guess you could say the end of the bridge, so it'll be stronger, and this will be my reinforcement in the concrete. So what I did on the west side, or east side, I did on last year. I added concrete on the east side, and that worked out pretty good. So I'm going to do the same on this side, on the west side. Yeah, I'm going to measure that. I want to see how wide that is. Woodpecker, somewhere up there. I don't see it. Since I started, must be on the other side. Must be on the other side. Must get in there. I wonder why they don't get a headache. Yeah, it must be on the other side. Oh, I can't wait for him. Yeah, not from the very end that's cut off, but from the end that's got the wire. From there to the edge is 28 inches. Oh, there's that cat. Snuck up on me. He saw me. He didn't want to move. He's not afraid. I think I broke my yardstick the other day. I don't know what I was doing. Oh, I was trying to chase a raccoon off the porch. That's the only thing I had in my hand. Let's see if it's going to go down to eat. The cat food's over there. But they always go there to eat, so... Oh, no. No, I think it was there eating the other day. It likes to hide under my car, though. I've seen it come out from underneath my car. All right, come on. There's my cat. There's my cat. Next to the water tub. I'll wait till it comes out. You didn't have to wait long. There it is. Yeah, good. I want more cats around my house. Yeah. I built my house in '83 and I never had a mouse in it yet. At least none that I could see or hear or anything. No evidence of mice. That's the way I want to keep it. I think it's because my wife always had at least 10 cats. Somehow I got down to 1. So, but the neighbors got plenty. Yeah. So I need to get some. If I can attract the neighbors' cats to hang around, maybe they'll catch a mouse or two. Because I used to have mice up in the chicken house. Yeah. And I raised chickens, but since I don't raise chickens no more, the mice don't hang around too much. I'm sure they're in the barn when I feed corn in the barn, but they're far from the house. And those cats go to the barn too, so as long as I got cats around, I'm happy. Yeah, it's eating behind that post in that gutter downspout. Back to what I was doing. Okay, gotta get them down. I'll just leave them there for now. I think I should drag them somewhere though. I think I'll stack them together. There's my cat down there. I think he's going to go hunting. Okay, now I gotta pull up the T-post and move them in. I'll be lining them up. Line them up from here. I see that yellow post there. That way I can still walk around. I can still walk around the outhouse. Oh, there comes my cat. She's coming back. Nothing to hunt, huh? Here she comes, up the hill by that tree. Yeah, those used to be cedar trees. I trimmed them off last year, a year before. It's still there though. I'm gonna leave them. They can use them as a scratching post. Since the fence will be here, they can scratch on them all they want. Okay, let's start pulling up T-post. I'm gonna make a straight line from there to the corner. She made herself comfortable. Okay, let's pull some more posts out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more posts to pull out. I pulled the post out on each side of her. Didn't even bother her. She didn't disturb her at all. 3 more posts to pull out. I think the cat's sleeping. Nice sunny spot there. She's staying warm anyway. You see my cattle way out there on the south end of that pasture by the road, way down there. Where do you see them? Well, got them pretty straight. Still got room to walk behind the outhouse thing. Used to be outhouse. If I ever built a new one, it'll still be okay. I can walk around it. There's Cat. She had to reposition herself. Still laying in the sun over there. Woodpecker's still active on the tree. Anyway, got him pretty straight. I can live with that. Yeah. I had 1 T-post left. Also have one down there, a short one. It was never a fence tied to it. I'm gonna see if I can pull that out. It looks like it was busted off and put back in with the busted part on top. I don't know why that was there. Anyway, Let's go down there and pull that out. And I'll pull this one out too. I don't need it right here, but I could use it somewhere else. I see the woodpecker now. It's up there, I think. Right about there. It's a small woodpecker. Cattle are out grazing. The young red bull's over here. I can't even see the point. He's behind a tree now. There's a cow over there. Red bull. Another cow, and two bulls in the back. Two white bulls in the back. I'll pull out these boars some other time. I got to get them out of there eventually because there might be nails in them. I don't want the cattle to step on them. I'll just throw them up against the fence, the new fence, or should I say relocated fence. Also, I'm going to put new wire from here down to there, since the wire that was in here is kind of old. It was only one strand on the top, but it had 3 strands here, but they're all tied together, and I want to make them fresh. Woodpecker up there. Another one up there. Shh. I didn't hear the response. Oh, you moved, huh? These 2 posts here are leaning, but I think I can straighten them up. That second post could come in a little bit this way. Move a little bit to the right. And once I straighten that one, that was the first one. Yeah, I think that'll work. I just have to pound them in the ground now with my post driver. That's all. It'll look better too. I got 2 T-posts left. I forgot about the one close to this post, but I can pull it out. I already tested it. All the posts are pulled out and set up here, except that one. That's the one that was over there, further down by that tree. That was a short post, not a longer one like this. They're probably a 5-footer if they make them. I think these are 6 foot. Anyway, that's a short post too, and I can't pull it out, so it must be put in pretty deep. I'm going to try to use that post driver's tool to notch it out. Ground's too soft, I kept pushing into the mud, so I put a board underneath it. See if that helps. If it was taller, it would be easier to pull out, but since it's short, it's going to be harder. If I can't get it out, I'll dig it out with a postal digger some other time. Not right now. Right now I want to drive these posts in. You got another nice place to rest. Tired already, but there's no rest for the weary, and I won't feel weary. That's it, cat. Take it easy while I do all the work. I got the post drove in. Now to put the insulators on. Three bulls are hanging out together, eating hay. 3 girls are all spread out, eating grass. I'm ready to string the wires, 2 wires. I'm going to set up my wire thing over here, and I'll pull it across. 3 bulls. Yeah. After I feed hay, I'm gonna bring an extra bale for him in the barn. I'll make 2 trips. Well, actually, I make a trip. I'm gonna feed the 2 bales out there to those cattle at the big pasture. Then I'll carry 1 bale down to the bridge, and then I'll go back for the last one to feed here. I'll feed 1 here, and then I'll go back. The one I leave by the bridge, and then I'll feed that to the bull. And then I'm going to lock him up in there. So whenever these 3 hydrants come into heat, that younger bull can have a chance to breed him sooner, because he ain't going anywhere until June. Okay, where was I? Oh, I got to string some wire. I'm ready on this end. Okay, I'm done. Gotta close the gates yet, but yeah, looks pretty good. Yeah. Anyway, I still have to pull that out. I gotta dig that one out with a postal digger. I even reused the insulators that were there to hold the wire that connects the 2. Yeah. This is better. Okay, now on to something else. I keep calling her a cow. She's really an old heifer. She's getting a hay snack. The other drive's getting a taste of the grass. Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll load those panels onto the truck and get a few more tools. I want to do something else. I want to start another project out at the big pasture at the corral. I won't get it done today, but I'll get it started. Yeah, gate's closed. I gotta turn the fence back on. I had it unhooked there by the road. Yeah, I gotta find a place, a new burning place. Yeah, I don't want it. I burn close to the fence like that. I got a couple scratching posts there I'll be scratching on. And I still have to pick up all this stuff eventually on the ground, the wood. I don't feel like doing it today. Yeah. I think I know where to put that. Let's go check it out. Yeah. I shouldn't have had it too close to these trees anyway. I'm gonna put it right there where those 2 yellow poles are. There's a stump there. I'm gonna pile off. I'm gonna remove the 2. That stump's almost rotten, but still, there is a stump. Used to be a maple tree there. This, before I put the cattle in here to eat, this used to get grown up with all kinds of weeds and stuff. And right along here, all the maple leaves, seeds from that big tree over there, they all made like a grove here. I mean, they were tall. I think I had to cut them out with a saw, and some of them left a big stump. Yeah, so that's the last of the stumps. That's before I had the pear tree there, up there on the hill. Anyway, I'm going to put it right down there. I'll just have to walk around the garden. Yeah, I'll have to walk around the garden to burn the trash, but that's okay. That way, when the wind's from the west, it'll go that way. Well, it'd be the same. It's the same thing as having it over here. Wind's going that way. But when it went from the north, I won't get it. It'll go that way. Winds from the south, it'll go away from me too. Yeah, I see some cattle out there. They're on the other side of the creek. Way out there. Yeah, I'll move it there, but I'm not going to move it today. I'm going to burn that, pot all these limbs there from that tree trimming. I'm going to burn them first, and then I'll move it. Post I got to move too. There's a new fence. Goes from there over to there. Just 2 strands of wire. Halt panels over here. I got to move them. No, over there. They're over there. I got to load my truck, take them out to the bridge. I got to clean up some of the stuff I collected while I was working on the fence. There's all the wires I collected. Most of these were on that end, but the old wire that went across the top, that was aluminum. I think it's aluminum going all the way around to the gate too. That's right, I got to turn that fence back on. Anyway, I had some of those wrapped around the fence for the T-post on top. All those I had the T-post tied to the hog panel. And here, most of these wires came from on that end. I guess I'll throw all that stuff in the bucket with the insulators. In the bucket now. I need a new place for this. I gotta put this someplace out of my way. Those posts are still good. It used to be a picnic table, but the wood rotted, so. And the bottom is, I think that's the bottom down there. Yeah, this flat area here, on this side and the other side, yeah, that's where the boards go. And this is their bottom. Yeah, I could still use it. I used to have it. I built a picnic table when we first moved in here. Used to have it out there. That's before I had a carport. I had a sycamore tree right there where the car is. Right there, right in the center of the car. That's I said before I had a carport. Yeah, we used to have a shade tree there, but yeah, when I tried to put the carport in, I had to cut it down. That's when I built this retaining wall. Anyway, that's another story. Well, I ain't gonna work on this today. I got other things I want to do. Let's see if I can load them on there somehow. They're gonna stick out. I'm gonna have to tie them on the end so they don't slide out. How much taking a break? I figured somebody used that like that. It's the one I couldn't pull out. At least they're getting the use out of it until I get it out. But I'll pull it out one of these days. I know they'll scratch on them. And if they're dead, they'll break them off at the root. There's the other 2 bulls. These 3 are still relaxing up here. Enjoyed that stop, huh? Got a good scratch. Yeah, I'll just leave it there. Over time, though, they'll push it down, deeper down into the ground. I guess that really gets the itch. I already loaded one, but I need to cut these off. They're in the way. They're in the way now. I loaded it. And they're going to be in the way when I use them for the concrete on the bridge. So I set this one up here. I'm going to get my bolt cutters and cut them all off. It's easy to cut them off like this. Okay, I got these cut off. Now I got to switch this one with the one on the truck. Missing out my new fence. It's on. Be careful. You should be trained to electric fence. You gotta smell everything, don't you? I can't be watching you all day. This one's been cut and loaded. Now I gotta cut. I had to take the other one off. Put this one on. I got it weighted down in front. I'm not going very far with it. Okay, this is the second one. I'll cut them off. You can watch me. Now I found another scratching post. And those have been cut for a couple of years, I think, so they might break it off at the root. Okay, second one's done. Okay, I got it tied up. I got them tied together there, and I got that side tied to the truck, and that side tied to the truck with a wire. That's to keep it from sliding back. Up these two Hulk panels off at the bridge until I need them to pour some concrete. And I got a few extra tools I need up by the corral. Maybe I'll get started on that today. I'm going to drive across the bridge today. Well, the plan is to use those Hulk panels for a concrete reinforcement. I'm going to put it right in this low spot here. Yeah. But until I need it, I'm going to put it over there. That's higher ground over there. In case a flood comes, it won't wash away. Yeah, I'm going to put them right up there, next to the fence. I had one there before that I used them here. One here, and I think I used some up there. Anyway, I used it up pretty. All I have to do is drag them off the back of the truck. This is my tire track is on the truck, and they're 6 foot apart from outside to outside. It's 6 foot. So my what do you call those? Hulk panels are 28. So if I make the concrete 30 inches across, those 2 marks in the middle are the outside of my tire, the smaller marks. Those 2 marks there are the outside of the hog panel, which is about 30 inches. And the same over here. 2 marks in the middle are the outside of the tires, and the 2 marks there are the outside of the hog panel. There's a small section in the middle. That's the center. That's a small section there that I won't concrete right away. I can do that last. My main goal is to make sure I get concrete on this strip and on this strip with the hog panel. And I think as far as I need to go, I'll probably go up to that post there, across to that post, from that short post to that post. Yeah. And I want the concrete from up there. I want to extend it all the way to here, past this, because this is pretty solid here. That one I don't know about since it's cracking. Yeah. And that side's pretty solid. So I want to do this side first. And even if I don't get it, I can still drive. Once I'm working on that, I'll make some forms. I get some long lumber, make a form there, and just do that side first. I'll still be able to drive through here with the truck or tractor if I have to while I'm working on that one. And the same thing, once I get that one done, I can switch the forms over to here and be working on that one and still be able to drive on the new part and on the old part. And the last thing I'll do is right here, but I need those reinforced concrete with the hog panels right through here and through here. Yeah, that's my plan. But not for a while. I gotta let it warm up, and I gotta buy some concrete, quickcrete. I thought about doing it one big batch from the concrete place with the truck and everything, but I'd rather do it slow and take my time, because otherwise it'll be tied up. The whole area will be tied up with the forms, and then I'll need to find somebody to help me pour it and smooth it. And I'd rather work by myself. That way I can take my time and get it done a little bit at a time. It's a little lower today, but still got plenty of water in it. Yeah, I poured this last spring. See, I did it in sections. See, I did this in sections because of the way the rocks and stuff. There's a lot of riprap underneath there, and I had to. Yeah, and I only had so many bags. I could only haul so many bags at a time, so I had to. I didn't want to overload my truck. And it's a lot of work mixing it and pouring it. I used a wheelbarrow. But anyway, I can do it over here. I can do it on the other side too. I want to pull those two off. The hog panels and lay them right there. It's high ground. If a flood does come, they won't. This is the last area that will flood. Okay, now we can take them off. Okay, they're unloaded. I'll leave it here until I need them. And they're out of my way too. I can leave them here. But I'm going to use them over there. One on each path of the tire. I probably won't use all of it. I'll have to cut some of it off. It's too long for what I need. But we'll see. I wanted to extend it. I wanted it part way up above those marks I made where the tires are. A little higher than that. But I also wanted to come out onto the concrete here on that side. I'll have to go past that first crack, but if I don't have to, if it don't work out, that side will have to be tapered anyway. This side, both sides will be tapered, so there won't be much of a bump. I'm not going up the road. I'll avoid the road for a while until if the grass is growing, I'll just let it grow. As long as I can drive straight through and go around the back way, I will. The wind made me open it twice. The wind blew it shut. Now I got it tied. I'm gonna have to close it after I go through it though, in case the cattle come down here while I'm doing something up there. Those two pear trees I trimmed the other day. Yeah, I'm not taking the road up to the top, going around the back way. Cattle are up here. I'm going to drive around the back way. Then I'm going to head back here, go up to the corral. The back way. Dead calf I lost from the red cow. Yeah. It's always a reminder when I drive by it that we lost one today, this year. I'm going to drive all the way to the end and then go up the hill. I stopped and did it again. The engine shut off because I was idling. I'm going to lift the foot off the gate. Okay? I let my foot off the brake. It hardly never does that. It just started doing that the other day. It did it a lot when I first got the truck, when it was new, like at intersections and stuff. But around the farm here, I'd never done it. And usually I just shut the truck off. That's probably why. Anyway, it's something that came with the truck, I think. Now here's where I'd like to put that road. Right through here, if I could. Cut that tree out. Cut that little tree out in the middle. I'd like to drive right through those two big trees. I don't have nothing that won't fit there. If I take the disc up, I can fit that through there. Cattle trailer, if I need to. I still have the other road though, mostly for the tractor and the truck. It's less steep on this one than it is on the other end. The only problem is I got a bunch of trees up there on that side of the woods. Oh well, it's just a dream. Let's see how it happens. Okay, let's go. Let's keep going. This ain't really that good of a road either. I like to get rid of that one tree and do a proper road here too. Won't hurt to have more than one. Leave the big tree and another tree up on top there. Cut that crooked one out. That way I can have a ditch on this side and the dirt in the middle. Ditch on this side with the dirt in the middle. And it'll be a high road all the way up. Just like the main road I got coming up. I think I use 4-wheel drive to go up here. See how steep it is up at the very top, way up there? Here it's not so bad, but it's real steep there, going up to the top. I got to drive to the other end. I got to start some work on the corral. This is the other side of that road I was going to put up. I think right about here. Yep. And down there. I'd have a ditch on this side. All the trees would be gone, except the big ones way down there. A ditch on this side with the dirt thrown in the middle, and a ditch on that side with the dirt thrown in the middle. So it'd be a raised road right in the middle with the ditch on each side. The sun's giving me some glare. Yeah, that's better. But like I said, that's just a dream. I need some big machines to do this work. Track hoe mostly, because they don't push the trees out or knock the trees down, and then they can also dig the ditch. Bulldozer might be able to push. Bulldozer could push the trees out, but they don't. They need something else to dig the ditch. So, well, whatever. A track hoe built my original road up coming up. Where'd the cattle go? Well, good thing I closed the gate, because the cattle went down. Yeah, went down to the creek. I'm going to do some little work there today, just to get it started. I didn't even have this camera on. Huh. Ah, I thought I had it on. Well, anyway, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to repeat everything I said. I'm just going to loosen the gate hinges on the tops there. I'll take them off some other day, but I'm just going to loosen them for now. I might take a few off, but I want to get them. Yeah, if ain't too hard, I'll take them off. But I got the wrenches to loosen the nuts. That's the main thing. And eventually, I'm going to have to take down this side of the wire panel too, over here. Get it away, because eventually I'm going to have to cut this tree down, and that's what I'm preparing for. I got my can of WD. Some of them look new. That one looked new there. That hinge there, and that hinge down there. Yeah, these gates are different. I I had these gates first. I guess I had to make a little corral somewhere. Yeah, until I built this wire panel one. Yeah, I had like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 4, because these hook up different. See those things there? They hook together. Here and down there they hook together. And there. Oh, you can't see it there, but yeah, see that string? I had to, this post here is broke off at the ground. I had to sink in another post there to hold it up. I think that was last year. And that post is just to hold it closed. And I put that board. That one is the same way. The strings hold that one, the tall one. I just had that laying around at the house. Yeah, but I'm gonna replace it with a 10-footer, an old power pole. And since that this this one's gonna, I got a big end of the power pole, which is I want to put over here since it's got 3 gates on it, and the other, well, they all got 3 gates on them. Oh well, but the smaller post, I'll put over here because, yeah, that's a short gate there. I got something in my throat. I got a couple of wrenches. I need a drink. Let's see if I can get started. I'm just going to loosen them for today. But if I manage to get some of them off, that's okay. I keep forgetting to put, I keep thinking I hit record, but when I'm ready to shut it off, it's not even on. So anyway, talking too much here. That's the cattle down there. They like to come down to the creek. Red cows over there, bulls there, a few over that way. Okay, I got to get back to work on the gates. I'm not exactly sure, but I think the tree is naturally leaning this way. Yeah, this is where I think it might fall if I cut it right. Somewhere between them two. Yeah. But that's why I'm taking all these gates down, just in case it goes that way or that way. If it hits those posts, that's okay. Yeah. If it hits that one, that's okay. I can always replace that post. Because I got an extra one there that tied to that one, and I got an extra one at the house too that I bought. But the ones I'm going to replace those two, I think that one and that one that the hinges are on, I'm going to use an old power pole I got laying around. Utility pole. I got enough for 2 10-footers. Hope it's still good. Been laying there for years. Okay, let me go start working on the gates. That's why I came out here. Only took me about 5 minutes to loosen all the nuts. I think I'm going to try to take them off now. And when I take them off, I'm going to put them all over here. Okay, let's see what they look like without the gates up there. Oh, the gates are unhooked. Hooking them was easy. The red ones were heavier than the silver ones. The hard part's going to be to take all those, how do you call them, anchor bolt hinges things. Yeah. I've got to unscrew all them and try to get them into the same place on the new post when I put them in. But I'm not done yet. I'm done with the gates. They're all stacked over there and tied together so the wind won't blow them over. Hope I remember where they all go when I get ready to put them back. Okay. I'm going to take a picture of those hinges so I know about where they're going to go. when the new posts are in. I'm going to do that one different. I'm going to do that one upside down. Upside down. And then that one will be upside down. So those two go for that gate. Those two out there go for the red gate. And the one in the middle, two in the middle, they go for the little 8-foot silver gate. And this side, those two go to that one. Those two go to the silver gate. And this one here goes to a red gate. The one toward me. I gotta take off this one panel, the 16-footer. I don't know where it ends, but I can take it off here. There's not much on it anyway. And just take them off. I'll leave the T-post. I'll just take the panel off and throw it over there somewhere out of my way. It's about 4:30 p.m. Cattle came back. They came up that hill there. Calves are the last ones. The mama cow and her firstborn already went past that way. There's the bull headed that way. They're going to go eat some hay, I guess. And here's the rest of them in here. Okay. I got one wire cattle panel. Oh, look at the nice clouds. Yeah, I got that panel off. I just got to move it. I wired them too good, especially on the bottom. Hard to get them off the bottom, especially when they're in the dirt. This panel goes all the way to that post in between the post between those two white jugs. Yeah, I took one jug off because it was in my way. Now I'm going to move this panel over that way. I'm going to move the panel over there. This panel's been moved. I'm going to leave the tree posts. I don't think they'll be in the way for now. I'll move them if I have to. I'm going to start cutting the tree. I still think the tree wants to fall this way. Just by looking at where the limbs are hanging. The weight's up there. It's either going to fall here, depending on how I cut the back side and the front here. How I wedge it, how I cut the wedge out. Or it could fall this way. But it still looks like it's leaning more that way. Either way, it's going to fall somewhere in here. I don't think I need to take that panel off, but just in case, just because of those limbs up there. Yeah, that limb there and this one here. I got to take these. I could take this panel off. Yeah, wouldn't hurt to take. There's a small section on that one. It's like filling in the gap. But I can take everything off from there, from that post over, and then just, well, I can't. The fence is on it, the panel's on this side, so I don't want to bend it too much. I have to bend it this way. But this one here, I could take off. Yeah, this got an extra panel here too. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting tired. To the fence post. Yeah, see how it's leaning? It's leaning that way. But this limb here, when it hits, it's going to hit this fence right here. This one too, baby. Yeah. Yeah, I need to take this panel off behind me. Panel starts here, ends there, and then there's a little short piece that fills in a gap. I'll get to take it off. Better to be safe than sorry. I see the cattle over there eating hay. I want to feed them tomorrow. Okay, I got that panel. There was two small pieces over there. I'm going to get an old cow panel from the farm. They got some left over there. They're not using them. And I'm going to cut a bigger piece there. Or I'll just overlap it. Keep it in one piece in case I need it for something else. This is done part. This part's done. I don't think I have to cut this off, take this off. Pretty sure the tree's going to fall that way somewhere. Either between those two posts or between these two. That's my guess. I'm going to take a chance and leave this one up. See, it's already leaning that way a lot. It's leaning the way that limb is hanging out. But it's also leaning up there more that way. I'll worry about cutting it later. I'll have to take this board off the top of here though. I had that on there when that post was loose. Well, it's still loose, but it's strengthened by that one I added. This helped keep it together because the gate that hangs here was pulling it down this way. I think this post is still good. Yeah, this post is still good. That's the one I got to replace. But I'll just take the board off, put it back on later. Of course, I won't be able to put it on different because I'll have to nail something aboard there on the side because I'm going to have a post longer than that. Oh well, worry about it later. Yeah, I found out when I was taking this one off, I found out this one partly broke. I'll have to replace this too because it's only hung on to this side. The back side is broke. See? I'll replace that one too. I got one at the house that would work good there. Or I could use that one that's next to that one. That's a good one too. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to have a big post and a little post. I think I'll put the good post over here, just in the middle, because I'm going to have this gate hanging off, going to there. Let me switch my camera. There's going to be 3 posts, 3 gates on that one. And there's 3 gates on this one, but that gate there hardly ever moves. Except for when I need to load something. When I need to load something, I lock them in. I can swing the big red gate over to that post, and then the little silver 8-foot gate. I use that to squeeze them closer to the trailer. But on this one here, I got the red gate going that way. A red gate going this way, that swings, ties to the trailer, and then the longer 16-foot silver gate going this way. So that needs to be my bigger post. I'll put the big post there, and I'll put the smaller post there. It's bigger than these, though. See? We'll see. We'll see. I thought about buying one, but the only thing I can buy is an 8-footer, and I want it taller so I could put a board across the top. Probably have to buy the board though, because I don't have nothing that long. Let me measure it. From the outside of the bigger post, not counting that one, the outside of that post, the outside of the inner post, the main post. That's a 9 foot, so if I got a 10 footer as wide as the post, maybe 10 by 8, yeah, or 2 by 8 by 10, that ought to do it. I'll measure the 10-foot post. After I cut them up, I gotta saw them up with my chainsaw. I want the utility pole that's next to the house. Then I'll see how wide they are. I think a 10-footer would work though. It's the width. I think 10 by 8 would be good. If not, a 10 by 10. And they're going to be 10. Well, they're going to be 10 foot long. If I get 3 foot in the ground, I'll try. And then I'll have 7 foot above. Then I put a board above there. Tie them together. I'm thinking maybe I should remove those posts. At least the one in the middle here. Yeah. Because I don't know exactly where it's going to fall when I cut it down. I still think it's going that way, through there. It's like threading a needle. And I'm not that good at cutting trees down. Yeah, this looks like it would fall right about here. Just by the way everything's leaning. See? Leaning pretty much this way. That's a pretty good, right behind that tree is that post. I think I'll take the middle post out before I cut it down. It'll probably break off that post too, but I'll worry about that afterward. I think this fence is okay. If I cut it right on the back, on the other side, and cut it right on this side, my saw is pretty dull. I keep trying to sharpen it, but it seems like I need a new chain probably. But I think I can cut this tree down with it. If not, I can always buy a chain. Main thing is get it down first. Once I get it down, then I can. A new chain would really help. I need some work done on the chainsaw too for starting. Yeah, it's leaning that way. I just have to make it work. I could probably make it fall, but it's better if I'm going to take it out. I'm going to take it out anyway. I might as well take it out before I cut it down. I have to replace all 3 of these. They're all broken. This one's good though. That one's good there. I could use it. I could use it on the other pole there. I got a board to buy, but I don't have to buy I could just buy an 8-foot big post for here, these two, but I want to use that one that I got laying there for years. Once I cut it up, I'll know. If I cut it up and it's rotten inside, well, then I'll have to buy some. But I want to make use of what I got first. Okay, I guess I'm done there for today. I put that post and that post in a couple of years ago. Yeah, and that gate, because I had a hard time sorting these out here. This way, with that gate there, I can get some in here and then let the others out. I mean, I'll close that once I get them all in. That gate's closed and that gate's open. But then once I start sorting them with that gate, I get them in here. The ones I want to get out in there. And then I'll close this gate and let them out. That gate helps me a lot. Okay, so there's a red gate going here first. Another red gate going there, that ties to the trailer. A red gate on that side, on this side, going to there, that ties to the trailer. A red gate there, red gate there. It hinges there but ties hooks to that. That's a little bit from out there into here, or the other way around. And then there's a, did I say there's a red gate here? And there's a silver gate on the other side, on that post, on that side, open for closing that gate. And another 8-foot, that's a 16-foot silver, on the other side of the red gate there. And on here, there's the red gate, and then the 8-foot silver gate on the other side. They kind of work together. Okay. I'm ready to head home. I did enough for today. Yeah, so I can use that post for over there, and then I got to cut up that power pole sometime. I'll probably do that tomorrow. See what kind of shape it's in. It's been laying on the ground for so many years. I can't remember how many years. Let me think about it. How many years? Where was that the power pole that they replaced? What happened to it? That pole's been laying there longer, because that my meter pole at the house, it broke during a storm a few years ago. Maybe my wife was still here, so it's more than 6 years. That might be that same log, but I thought I had that before. I know I surely I would have kept the pole that broke it on my meter, because they replaced that. Maybe I used it for some posts. Either way, I'll use what I got, whatever it is. Almost forgot my WD and my socket wrench. Probably close to 5 p.m. now. So I'm here. I guess I'll cut the string off and see if I can get them posts out. I know that one's broke. I'll have to dig out the stump, the broken part in the ground. I know I got rock around that. It's going to be hard to dig now that I got rock around it. I need to put rock around it. Watch this. If I can do it. I knew there wasn't much hold. That's why I put that post in. Maybe I'll use that as a guide to put my other, after I get the other post in, replacement post, I'll use that as a guide to put in all the hinges. Yeah. Probably better to use the gates though. I'm doing it here. Let me cut all those strings off of that too. See if I can knock this one. This one's tied at the top, so it won't go. Probably won't fall on the ground. We'll see. I guess it did. I need a postal digger to get them out. I think I might have put rock around them. That'll make it harder to get them out now. Yeah, that's why I put these other posts in, because those were rotten. But I can still use those as a guide to put my other hinges on. Yeah. I don't have a battery operated. That's a good question. I don't have a battery operated drill. I could use those. Depending on how deep I put the post. I just have to get them to a certain depth. I can use this. I can drill the holes at home with my electric drill. Yeah, I can use those posts. I'm going to take them back with me. I don't remember which one's which. Yeah, I'll use whatever there. I'll use them as a marker. I can pre-drill all the holes in. I can actually get all the hinges on. How about that? Before I put them in the post. That's if I can get the post to the right depth. I got crisscrossing jet streams. Two go there. The jet's up there. Yeah, I'll take them posts back with me. I know those are at ground level, so if I can determine how deep I can put the post that I'm going to use, I can use this to mark. I can use these posts to mark where I'm going to drill the holes. Yeah, it ought to be pretty close. I'm going to do today. Took off 6 gates. I took off a cattle wire panel. I took off another one over there, and some small pieces too. Yeah, I did enough today. I'm gonna work on the post tomorrow. Then I want to put back in here. I say it's almost 6 o'clock. It's almost 6 p.m. Another hour before the sun goes down. But I'm tired. I want to go home. Is that a song? I'm tired and I want to go home. Yeah, that's a good start. I'm still concerned about how I'm going to cut the tree down, but at least I got a clear path. I think I'm going to remove those 2 posts before I cut the tree down. I think I'll move all 3 posts because they're going to be in my way anyway. Because that one's broke too. I got to dig them out. I got to dig out the holes of the post in the ground. Plus the post that I had support. I got to dig them out. I think the broken part is going to be the hardest part to get out. I gotta wait for another day. If I can cut up the posts and bring them out here tomorrow, I don't know. After I cut them up, I gotta see if I can drill all the holes and put the hinges back on. Then I'll bring them out. And if I have time, I'll start digging these out too. One step at a time. Okay, that's all for today. Out here anyway. Home that way. Go back the way I came. Because I don't want to drive on the pasture road down there. I want to see if some grass will grow since I sowed the grass earlier, a few weeks ago. Okay, let's head out. Head back to the house. I can tell these posts apart. That's the post that was closest to the tree. And that was the one that was in the middle. Yeah, if I could use this as a pattern to drill the holes in my posts that I'm going to cut up and use. Yeah. I got to figure out how much is going to be underground. Or in the ground, not under, in the ground. That's a job for another day. I'm on my way home now. All the birds. They're getting ready to go roost, I guess. It's all them starlings, blackbirds, whatever they call them. There's plenty of them up there above the trees. And they're going away now. I always have to look at the pond when I go by. Yeah, I'm glad I built it up here for those when the creek runs dry during the summer. Well, there they are. Let's check out these first, and I'll check out the ones way back there. I might make them get up, but it's okay. I won't make them get up, but they might get up anyway when I go by. I got the bull and the mama cow in the middle there, sort of in the middle. The new cow's on the right with her baby, born February 14. Mama cow in the middle back there, on the left. She had hers January 15th. This red cow had her calf, but she lost it, and I estimate she had it around the end of February sometime, because I found it about a week into March, and it was already pretty dead. Pretty dead. It was pretty well eaten up by the vultures. And then we got the other ones in the back there. It's a nice group. Oh, the baby, the brown cow that I showed you before, that's her baby over there next to the fence. And the little calf there with the black nose, right in the middle there, facing me, that's the mama cow's 7th calf. I think the next cow is going to have a calf would be this cow here on the left. Of course, the white cow could have a calf too. She had 2 weeks before this cow here on the left last year, but I don't see any sign that the white cow's pregnant, but she could be. I'll find out when it happens. But I gotta keep an eye on this one. This is a good cow. That's the darker one is mama cow's first offspring, and she's had 4 calves. Her 4th calf is there right next to her on the right, in front of the other calves. And mama cow's 6th calf, that heifer right is right there in front. Or there's a 2nd calf on the right, 3rd calf on the right, or right in the middle is the white cow's calf, which I don't like. Okay, I'm done here. Let's go home. Look, yeah, the one laying down was January 15, and the one standing up was February 14. Okay. I don't need 4-wheel drive to go down. Okay, let's head to the gate. The sun's shining, I can't see nothing. Closer to the gate now. Sun's behind those trees on the left. I'm back at the house now. That's the power pole. Now I've been thinking that power pole's been there a long time. A lot longer than when my meter pole broke off. Here's my new pole. Surely they let me keep the old one since it was broke off. I just don't remember. And this might be the one. But I thought I had this from before. It is broken off at the bottom, so this must be it. It just seems like I it's been here a long time. Yeah, well, maybe it has been here a long time. Anyway, I'm going to roll it over. This must be the pole that broke off for the meter. Anyway, there's some hardware on here. I need to get rid of that too. Upper ground wire, I need to pull them off. Do I have a... I thought I had a pliers for staples. I used to. What happened to it? I haven't seen it lately. It's got one of those pincher things on it, or pull out staples. Look at the bracket there. Oh, that bracket must have been for my underground wires to my house. So, but I'm going to cut it off right there. I never know if this thing's on or not. Okay, that's going to be the bigger pole. I'm going to cut it from there to there. And it's, like I said, cut there and over there. So they'll both be 10 foot. That's the bigger pole that'll go in the middle. And that'll be the one closer to the tree. And they're going to be 10 foot. It's getting close to sundown. It's past 6:30, it's probably 6:45. Yeah, it's 6:45 p.m. Let's see if I can roll it onto those 2x4s. Probably going to roll out past them. Yeah, I think I'll put the 2x4s there. I roll that out. I want to roll it out first, and then roll it onto them. Because this is downhill. This is all going to slide off. Took some effort, but I got it out that far. And I broke something too. I was trying to push that out. Using that shovel. I was using that flat shovel as a pry, stick it in and push it out, but it wouldn't budge. I was also using this one with it. My good shovel. My new shovel. Or newest. But look, cheap wood. Broke right there at the handle. And I wasn't even pushing that hard. Cheap wood. I don't even know what kind of wood that is. It's not hickory. It's not hickory wood. Looks to me like that's a filler. That looks like a filler with a veneer on the outside. That's what it looks like. Some cheap wood on the inside and a veneer on the outside. Why would it have that ring? Oh, well, maybe not. I guess that was milled. This part was milled to fit into the shovel. This was milled to, I guess, the dark spot. Oh well, it is what it is. I just have to buy a new handle. They got a rivet in it. I'll have to buy some bolts to go in there. Went down while I was working on that pole. I missed it. I could see it, but I was too busy with that, trying to get that pole moved. But I got it with something else. I got it with a long pipe and a crowbar and a stone for leverage. I'm going to end it here for today. Decided to roll this other end out. At least I got the copper wire on top. I'll see if I can remove that and the other hardware tomorrow. That wore me out. They look good together. There's the old bull and the, well, I should say old, 3-year-old and the year-old on the red. Another look at the work I did on this fence this morning. I took the hog panels off of there and I moved the fence, put a new fence up here. Looks good. I think the temperature in the truck was a little bit warmer. It was over 50. I don't think it was that warm today. Right now it's 45 or so, and it feels cold. The cat food set out for the cats, and if the raccoons come and I see them, try to pick one off. I'm not a very good shot. I even got a scope on it. I still can't hit them. I need to test my gun sometime in the daytime. What I usually do is I take a bleach jug, a white bleach jug, fill it with water, and I put a big X on it, and try to shoot it that way. With the water in it, it won't knock over. Maybe I'll do that sometime. Make sure my rifle's shooting straight. That's the same. I got the same rifle I had in high school. I bought it myself, Marlin 22. Good gun. I just don't clean it, that's all. I should, but I don't. She's still got a comfortable place to sleep. I don't know where, I don't think she'll have her kittens in there though. Do you? Oh yeah. You'll go hide them somewhere. That's okay, not until the end of March I think.